Cool. Okay, cool. Hey everyone, I'm JH, the founder and CEO of CHadnaldo. So first of all, I want to thank CryptoPabby for organizing this group voice call with everyone. He has told me that you guys are very good members within his essentially group, right? The Alpha group. And basically, right now we have a very interesting project that we're launching on Ton, potentially at Solana as well. So in terms of today's agenda, we're going to start off with a bit of context on my background, and then I would like to share the CHadnaldo vision. And to finish off the meeting, we'll do a quick Q&A just to make sure that everyone has a complete understanding of CHadnaldo, what we're doing, and pretty much what the project could potentially bring for you guys, right? And obviously, in this meeting, there's going to be a lot of different things that we're going to touch on. So I'm sure you guys have questions. Just be cool. Like, you don't need to think if it's a dumb question, a good question, whatever. If you got a question, just ask, right? I think any question is a good question. Cool. All right. So a little bit of context about myself. I actually started my entrepreneurship back in 2015, and I started in the e-commerce world. So back in 2015, it was like the start of Shopify, right? I'm not sure if you guys have heard of like branding or drop shipping. It's quite big, right, in the online world, but basically that's where I started. So from running e-commerce brands, I was actually based in Australia, okay? And running these brands, we've had quite a few successes. Pretty much scaling our stores to about seven mid figures pretty much every single store, and we did that in under a year and a half. But whilst running these stores, I recognized that there was actually a lot of problems, right? In terms of like Western people. So Western people were having issues dealing with like Chinese factories and supply chain. So being an entrepreneur, it's about solving problems, right? The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you're going to make. So I actually came back to China and bootstrapped my own supply chain company. So from running the supply chain company, we were able to fix a lot of communication, sourcing and production inefficiencies, as well as logistics and warehousing inefficiencies. And from that, we did about 8 figures. And with this company, I was able to get a lot of recognition from the e-commerce space. And I was able to go to Shopify and a lot of different masterminds and being an actual speaker there, talking about supply chain in general. And with that opportunity, I had the opportunity to actually work with executives from Shopify. And we actually built out our own SaaS platform for supply chain, right? Just to give you a high level background, with any supply chain, it's very manual. So what we did was we built a software to automate everything. So obviously that went pretty well, but we did run into some issues when COVID came out. So pretty much that is like my Web 2 experience. And now a bit into my Web 3. So I started trading Bitcoin and Binance chain, etc. back in 2015. So I was like really, really early. But as you guys know, most people don't make money on the first cycle or the second cycle. They actually make money in the third cycle. So in the first cycle, I didn't really make much money. But last cycle, I made a lot of money with DeFi, but I also lost it all through Luna, FTX, and different hacks, right? So I've been a very active trader in the space, learning and participating and really enjoying Web3. So this cycle, I saw that memes were huge. So, being an absolute degen, I started trading memes. So from trading memes, I've got all sorts of software and bots and basically like to gain an edge. And I think my biggest win was probably around 300K, right? That was like my biggest exit on one position for memes. And I was trading memes like every single day. So I was like very into meta. So I actually started trading memes back in November last year, up until around April-ish this year, okay? So from trading memes, I found out that, okay, well, if I'm training memes and I'm making like, 10x's, 100x's, etc., the people who are building memes and developing memes, right, the meme coin devs are obviously crushing. So with foundation of business, it's all about, okay, if you want to enter into a sector, especially a sector right now is at like 60, 70 billion dollars, you need to have an edge, right? You need to understand your competition, you need to have an edge. And I realized that all of these meme coin developers are usually very young. They don't know how to run companies. They don't know how to manage people. They don't know about systems, SOPs, project management, even the basics, or even like building a proper roadmap and actually delivering, executing, measuring, and optimizing. They don't know any of that. They're all about, bro, let's pump it and let's dump it, right? It's like very, very short-sighted. So once I realized that these are the people that I'm competing with, there was two main light bulb moments. The first one is, fuck, I'm early. Like I'm really, really early. And second is with my skill set, because I've managed over like 50 to 100 people in-house at my own company. So I know how to build proper companies with, every single department, objective, strategy, organizational structure, HR, all of that stuff. It's second nature to me, right? So obviously that is a huge edge of mine. And that's when I realized, okay, I am going to go full-time into Web3, and my vision for Web3 is to onboard 10% of Web2 into Web3. That's my vision, right? Because I truly believe that Web3 is going to be the next generation of internet, the next generation of finance, right? And the next generation of how anyone does things online, it's going to be attached to Web3. So basically when I decided I'm going to become a founder in Web3, I started thinking, okay, well, I'm in the meme sector. What am I going to do, right? Because my goal, my vision here is to onboard 10% of the world to Web3. So I can't just go out there and just build random memes and just pump them, right? Because that's not really going to help my vision. It's going to make me make money, but it's not going to help the vision. So I started thinking, okay, well, how can I actually create this whole vision, right? And basically this is where the idea of CHadnaldo came about, right? The idea of CHadnaldo is we're not just building a meme coin. We're actually building a Web3 brand. And meme coin, aka meme currency, is just one initiative within the whole brand. So I'm gonna share my screen now, and we're gonna dive straight into the actual pitch for CHadnaldo. Actually, before I move forward, do anyone have any questions or comments, anything like that, just before I move forward? All good?
Listening, bro.
Man,
Yeah, at the moment it's all good. I mean,
perfect. Cool. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right.
yes.
Perfect. So CHadnaldo is the flagship Web3 brand project under my Web3 company, Harpoon Web3. Okay, so Harpoon, right? It's like the equipment that actually kills whales, right? So that's how the whole name of Harpoon came about. And the ideology that we have at Harpoon and CHadnaldo is about thinking different, right? So they've got animals, I've got a movement, CHadnaldo. So think of it like this. If we use the mobile phones as an example, if you go back in history, there used to be black and white phones, color phones, BlackBerry phones, and iPhones. I think currently today, the meme sector is in the BlackBerry stage. And the goal with CHadnaldo is to create an Apple stage product, which is a Web3 brand. So as you all know, the main problem that every single Web3 project has is actually onboarding Web2. The first one is no clear on-ramp. So a lot of Web2 users find it very hard to maneuver between different chains, different wallets, and connecting and sending through different network. And there's not one project today that has a really clear on-ramp or how you can actually enter into the ecosystem and then be able to participate in the ecosystem and easily bridge. That's the first problem. The second is unrecognizable, untrusted. As you know, most memes today, right, are random cartoons, right, or animals. Yes, they might be funny. Yes, there might be some sort of relevance, but they don't actually inspire the trust needed for mainstream adoption. For example, I'm sure you guys have all heard of like GOAT or like Mudang, and for Web3 audience, they're like, yeah, the hippo's cute, bro. Let's pump it, right? But for the Web2 audience, they're like, what the hell? Like, why are these guys like trading millions of dollars into a hippo, right? So for them, they don't really get it. And it's not a character that they instantly trust and recognize. The third is actually no cultural pull. So Web2 actually lacks like a viral cultural moment, right? Like a moment similar to last cycle when Doge went to like $70 billion because Elon was shilling it nonstop, right? So currently speaking, there are no memes at that level. There are no characters or brand at that level, right? That gets a whole world to participate in. So because of these three problems, the solution that we have is CHadnaldo. So CHadnaldo is inspired by Ronaldo. So 1 billion followers and one global movement to unlock Web3. So the first problem was no clear on-ramp. And our strategy and our vision to actually on-ramp Web2 is through gaming. Because gaming alone, there's about 2.8 billion users, mobile users worldwide, right? And we're not actually reinventing the wheel, right? Because reinventing the wheel is extremely difficult and the success rate's low. Instead, we are elevating it. And how we're doing that is we're actually building the best Web2 games, right? So, Flappy Birds, Angry Birds, Super Mario, Candy Crush, all of these popular Web2 games, we are going to build them and optimize it with the CHadnaldo branding on our Telegram game platform. So basically, these Web2 games are going to get built into Web3 with the added earning mechanism. So as a Web2 user, right, you get to play the games that you love playing already, right? But you also get to earn money. So for the Web2 user, it's a no-brainer because they're playing this game anyway. They might as well play it to a point where they can actually earn money. That's the first point. The second is instantly recognizable and trusted. So as you all know, Ronaldo himself is a face known by 50% of the world. So straight away, he is a character that people know, people recognize, and he is loved by over 1 billion people or more. The third is Sui more than a celebration. So I'm not sure what kind of demographic we have on this call today. However, I do know that most people should know Sui, right? So the Sui, right? The jump. It is the biggest physical celebration in the world. It's done by people playing football. It's done in Olympics. There's a guy named Mario. He owns Nip Gaming. So when he actually went IPO on NASDAQ, he sued, right? When he rang the bell, he sued. So it is a huge physical movement. And the idea is to bring this movement online. It's already popular physically and people already know about it, and we're going to bring it online. So we are going to utilize CHadnaldo and the Sui, Giphy, and meme to actually unlock, right, mainstream. So the way you can think about it is, let's just say we are on a group chat, you know, and we just had a massive win. So instead of saying LFG or sending an emoji, we are sending the Sui GIF or the Sui meme to celebrate. In terms of the market opportunity, the meme coin sector is around 50 to 70 billion. Obviously, this is like based on coin market cap. So if you look at Palm and all of that added together, I think we're about 70. There are 1 billion Ronaldo followers worldwide, 2.8 billion mobile gamers worldwide. Rollbit, which is the very popular crypto casino, so they make around $530 million in fees alone per year, right? So that equates to around, I think, $40 million per month. Instagram currently has 900 million active users, and 300 million of them are gamers. So how did the CHadnaldo character actually came about? So going back to the context, right? When I decided I'm going to become a Web3 founder and I'm going to, you know, onboard 10% of the world into Web3, I needed a character that people already love, and it, you know, not just little amounts of people, but billions of people, right? And that is why I chose Ronaldo, because I'm a huge Ronaldo fan myself. But obviously, if we use Ronaldo, just Ronaldo, we are going to get done by IP and trademark and different legal issues. So that is why we actually fused Ronaldo with GigaChad, because GigaChad is the ultimate internet's alpha, and Ronaldo in real life is the ultimate alpha. And that is why the fusion made a lot of sense. And that was when CHadnaldo was born. Now, another narrative is it's based on science, right? If you look at it on a scientific point of view for humans, if a human needs to love a character, there's actually 3 different phases. Phase 1 is awareness. Phase 2 is adoption. And phase 3 is admiration. So with all of these memes that's currently on the space today, all these random characters, they actually have to go through the awareness, adoption, before they can get to admiration. And awareness and adoption actually costs a lot of time and money, because humans don't just automatically fall in love with a character. Whereas CHadnaldo, aka Ronaldo, is one of the most loved humans in the history of mankind. And he is known by 50% of the world. So the thesis that we have is that when mainstream enters into crypto, when crypto goes full bullish, when Donald Trump gets in office and it goes full bullish, the first thing that they're going to invest in, right, all of these normies, is memes. And when they go and decide on, okay, well, what memes can I trade? They're going to see a dog, they're going to see a cat, they're going to see a frog, and then they're going to see CHadnaldo, a face that they already love and recognize. So basically, our character is not just, it's cool, not just it's Ronaldo, but it's really based on the science of how humans actually learn and love and adapt to a certain character. So our goal number 1 for CHadnaldo is we want to send it to at least $7 billion. And this is a starting point, because as you all know, Doge went to like 70 billion last cycle at the peak. So I believe we can, at minimum, right, achieve at least 10%. And let me share with you why. The vision for CHadnaldo is to be the bridge to Web3. So we want to build a brand that has seamless connection for Web2 users. So whether it's through the meme coin, the games, the memes, we want to make it feel very natural and inviting for the Web2 users. And if we can do that, right, our goal is to actually culturally integrate them at scale. And we want to do that by embedding into their daily life. So let's just say A Web2 user every single day will go on social media. We want to be there. They want to play games. We want to be there. They're talking to their friends on WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever. We want to be there as the meme, right? And they're watching TV or they're seeing some sort of, they're going to New York City. We want to be there. So we want to embed into their life, right, in a very natural way through massive mass marketing of brand awareness, right, and actually implementing the whole meme and Sue into their life. The third is, if we are able to achieve this, our goal is to bring financial empowerment for all, right? Because as you know, whenever there is a financial revolution, there has to be a face. For example, with Dogecoin, there was Elon. For Wolf of Wall Street, there was Jordan Belfort, right? So people need like a face that they can actually look up to, that they can believe that, okay, this person or this character is going to make it happen. And we believe CHadnaldo being, one of the most followed person in the world and being such an alpha and so powerful, he is the right character to lead this financial revolution, aka this cycle. So CHadnaldo is a Web3 brand with purpose. So what does that mean? Sui, world's first meme currency. So the position of Sui is not just a meme coin. We want to be the world's first meme currency. Through our ecosystem, we are going to onboard at least 10% of the world. Well, that's my vision, right? To Web3. And when all of these Web2 users are onboarded through our ecosystem, they're obviously going to hold the Sui token. And since they hold the Sui token, and we are able to onboard all this new liquidity in Web2 users, other Web3 projects, right? DeFi, memes, whatever, everything. They want a part of the Sui token, right? Similar to what Notcoin did, where Telegram made them one of the actual backed currencies. So we want to do that with Sui. We want to be the meme currency that's held most by the new generation of Web2 users. And if we can successfully do that, then that means we will connect and collab with pretty much every single project on the blockchain, because they will want to have the Sui token in their platform to actually incentivize other users to potentially go there. The second is the Telegram game platform. So we're going to bring the best Web2 games into Web3. And our concept is not play to earn, it's fun to earn. Because play to earn is simply not enough, right? Because that only encourages all of these free users to go and try and get some sort of airdrop. But our version is fun to earn because we want to make users have fun to earn our token. And if they're having fun, if they're enjoying it, they will actually commit into a microtransaction, which is actually paying for the system, for the game. And that is where we can actually generate real revenue with our platform. The third initiative is ChadFit. So this is a designer apparel brand. So our idea here is, as you can see, we have a tagline. It's just sue it, right? So it's very similar to Nike, but it's the biceps because we're a Chad. So the idea here is we want to be a Web3 Gymshark. So Gymshark is one of the most popular activewear brands in the world. So we want to be a Web3 Gymshark with amazing streetwear and activewear, and basically utilizing fashion to incentivize normies to actually join our brand. And through joining our brand and buying our apparel, every single customer will get a free QR code. And by scanning that QR code, they're able to redeem free Sui tokens. And since it's free Sui tokens, it's real money, they're able to then onboard into our ecosystem. So we're taking like a different approach to onboarding these people, like not just like marketing and stuff like that. We're actually building a full brand that people actually wear and actually use. The fourth initiative is Sui Club. It is the premier Web3 rewards with an innovative staking system called Sui Stake, which is backed by real revenue with life-changing rewards. And our last initiative is Memories. So as you can see, we want to build memes with a purpose. We want to build memes that create a memory. So Sui, the world's first meme currency, let CHadnaldo cook. Basically, I just want to, show off a bit of our art, and obviously the relevance and the understanding of the team, right? On a lot of levels. We're not just a company that understands Web 2. We are very, very Web 3 native. And that is like the secret sauce, because at the end of the day, if you want to build a token, not a token, more like a brand, a project to multi-billion dollars, it can't just be playing in the Web 3 space, but you need to understand them. You have to obviously bring in the Web 2 space as well. Telegram game platform. So the idea and vision behind our Telegram game platform is we want to bring the best Web 2 games into our Telegram game platform and activate the Web 3 earning mechanism, right? So users can play the games that they already love, but now they can also earn money. The key concept here is actually monetizing nostalgia, right? Now, we're not just stopping at bringing the best Web 2 games into Web 3. We are also optimizing and upgrading gaming to a whole new level. The first is actually PvP. So we're going to build these games to allow players to play against each other, right? Not like the boring tap to earn, or like I go, then you go, then I go. Live online multiplayer. And at the same time, I know that a lot of these players, okay, especially online gaming, people love to banter, people love to challenge each other. And that is why we're also going to bring in a wagering system. So for example, we have Flappy Sue here. Let's just say you're playing Flappy Sue, okay? And you're playing with a friend. You guys can actually put up TON or Solana or USDT, and you can bet on this game, right? So we want to make it extremely fun, extremely degen, and extremely challenging. Now, in terms of the Telegram game platform, our goal, right, as well as building amazing and really fun games, is we actually want to build a platform that has monetization at the forefront, right? Because I'm not sure if everyone knows, but there's a game called Cadison. So Cadison has 30 million players, and 800,000 of them are paying players. And each paying player is averaging at around $33, which means in around 3 to 4 months, they made around $30 million in fees. Okay, so that's massive, right? Because essentially speaking, they have unlimited budget to get every single influencer that they want to pump the price up. They've got unlimited budget to market make. They've got unlimited budget to actually list on whatever exchanges they want. So in short, monetization and actually making money on your platform is extremely important, right? And if you've played Cadison, or if you haven't played Cadison, you should go check it out. But the game is actually very boring. It's just breeding cats, right? And essentially how it works is you need to breed cats. In order to breed cats, you need to buy food for the cat, right? You need to buy boost so you can breed more cats, or you can buy, higher level cats that can breed more cats. And the idea is to breed more cats and you get in-game tokens. And with the in-game tokens, you can airdrop for Cadison. So that's the whole model, and they're able to do about $30 million. What we're doing at CHadnaldo is we are going to follow their playbook, but we're going to figure out at every step what their main issues are. We're going to solve them, and we're going to optimize, and we're going to become bigger and better than them. The first thing we're going to do is actually making games that are fun, right? So right now, we've already made a game called Flappy Sue, right? I'm not sure if CryptoPabby has actually shared this with everyone, but I'll share this with everyone in the group chat. It's playable. today, right? Actually, let me quickly plug it in, so everyone can
I
check out.
challenged them. I challenged them then, like before the VC. I think one guy made like 27.
Oh, really?
This is insane. Yeah.
The highest point we have is I think around like 90 something or 100.
What the fuck?
Crazy, yeah.
Bro, 50% of the time I can't even get past the first one. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's hard for a reason, right? Because when you're frustrated, you're like, bro, I can't even get 1 point. Fuck, I need to get 1 point at least, right? It's like that mentality. So, as you guys know, like, we've already built Flappy Sue, and Flappy Sue is going to get a massive upgrade, right? Like, massive upgrade. Basically, at the end, when you die, you're going to have like a mines game where you can actually select different cards and you can win up to 10,000x your token. So we make it like really degen. And Flappy Sue is just one of these games. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of Sliver. Sliver is probably one of the biggest multiplayer snake games ever. So we're going to be remaking that in the CHadnaldo style, right? But anyway, the whole concept behind what we're doing is we're bringing the best games over so that our users are actually having fun. And when our users are having fun and they're actually competing against other people, that is when they'll actually want to buy boosts, buy premium, buy level up, buy different items to get them ahead of their competition. And at the same time, we're going to be rolling out different upgrades, skins, and characters. So for example, we have Donald Pump, we have Top G, we have Elon Mars, right? So we're going to be bringing in all of these cool characters that people can actually play and unlock. And that is going to be a big part of how we're going to drive revenue. So a fun fact is, you know, Rollbit. So Rollbit is the crypto casino, but they have a lot of like DJing games. They make around $47 million per month in game fees. So I believe that obviously, you know, they're very well established, right? So our goal is to say, hey, you know, let's do like 10, 20% of their revenue per month. And if we can do that, right, that's going to make us very successful. And obviously from that, it's going to be extremely bullish for the Sui token and the whole ecosystem. ChadFit, the future of Web3 apparel. The idea is to build the Web3 Gymshark, right? So Web3 apparel with activewear, streetwear, muscular fit that's built to stand out. And we want to utilize the Web3 concept with Rep to Earn to actually onboard users into the ecosystem. You know, they get to buy amazing streetwear, activewear, and at the same time, they get free money, right? So that is really the catch. The Sui Club, Premier Web3 Rewards. So just like American Express, how they have Amex, at CHadnaldo, we have the CHadnaldo Apex Rewards. And basically, our vision is to give away life-changing prizes, okay? Too many rewards club just give away prizes that people want or, you know, random discounts. It's just not incentivizing enough, right? So our model is actually based on a Web2 company called LMCT Plus by Adrian Portelli. He is a billionaire and he got there through LMCT Plus in about 4 to 5 years, right? Their model is very simple. Basically, give away life-changing prizes like cars, houses, and Rolexes. And all you need to do is sign up on a monthly membership and you get tickets. And with these tickets, you enter in the raffle to try and win these prizes. That's it. So we're going to be utilizing the same model at CHadnaldo through Web3. Now, when we actually give away these life-changing prizes, we are going to send our content team to every winner's destination and give them the prize and then actually record the whole journey like a Mr. Beast video. So essentially speaking, as well as giving away prizes, we're going to use all of this information and content to build up our social media presence, right? And basically this is going to give us a lot of virality organically through pretty much, especially the winners, but pretty much through everyone. And that is how we're going to get free marketing and also help people change their lives. And by being part of the Sui Club, we're also going to have different perks like, lotteries, benefits in a game, different partnerships that we have, different drops, etc. Now, the main part of this whole Sui Club Premium Web3 Rewards is the Sui Stake, right? So this is the innovative staking system at CHadnaldo. Basically, it is staking backed by real revenue. So what does this all mean? Number one, traditionally, if you're staking on a platform, they are giving you tokens from that platform. What we are doing at CHadnaldo is we are actually driving revenue from our different business initiatives. So we have the Telegram game platform that gets ads, in-game purchases, game fees. We have ChadFit for product sales. We have Sui Club in terms of monthly membership and also single one-time ticket sales. So basically we're driving real revenue. And from driving real revenue, we are able to actually give back to our holders through USDT. So that's the first thing. The second is we actually know that staking rewards are not really lucrative, right? So let's just say you hold 0.001% of CHadnaldo, and if our monthly reward is only like $1 million, you'll probably get like $10, right? So that doesn't really do anything for you. So what we're doing is that if our revenue this month is $1 million and we're giving back $1 million to Sui stakeholders, we're actually going to divide that into mega prizes like 500K, 100K, 50K, 25K. So prizes that actually will change people's lives. And by staking with Sui Stake, you receive tickets. And with these tickets, you are able to enter into whichever raffles you want, right? So basically you're staking for tickets to enter into these mega prize draws. Now, a good thing about this model is that it actually beats a lot of the legal regulations, because on a legal basis, when you stake, you can't actually get real rewards. So instead, on our side, you're getting tickets. You go onto our backend to actually claim your tickets if you win. So that pretty much bypasses the whole legal side. So this is perfectly legal and there's not going to be any issues with staking, right? So the last point here with Sui Stake is, we are actually backed with sustainable revenue streams, right? We're not like any other project where the project actually self-implodes because it's just giving away, but there's no money coming in. But for us, we are driving real revenue, through Telegram game platform, through ChadFit, through Sui Club, and through different partnership initiatives. The idea of memories is we build memes that create a memory. The main vision here is we want CHadnaldo everywhere. So we are going to be building the best memes around CHadnaldo and Sui, and we are going to distribute it across every single platform in the world. So on the Eastern basis, there's WeChat, Line, QQ. On a Western basis, there is WeChat, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, etc. So we're going to blast our memes and GIFs everywhere to a point where when people are celebrating a win or celebrating in general, we want them to actually send the Sui GIF, the Sui meme. And this is the Leonardo da Vinci, but CHadnaldo version. So going back in terms of like a cultural phenomenon, at CHadnaldo, we want to recreate a Dogecoin CHadnaldo moment, right? And the reason why Dogecoin got to 70 bill last cycle is because it was viral everywhere, worldwide, right? Whether you're in US or in Europe or in China or India, whatever, everyone knew about it. And that is our goal with CHadnaldo moments. We want to create a Guinness World Record for the world's biggest Sui, right? And the idea is to actually get tens of thousands of participants, right? So as you can see in this photo, right, every little dot is like a person. And each person is actually wearing a hat. And as the camera zooms up on its bird's eye view, you're going to see the CHadnaldo face, right? And we want to get thousands of participants worldwide, and we are going to shoot the entire process of, ideas, organizing everyone, the day of the moment, the day of the world's biggest zoo, and basically package all of this content up into like a Mr. Beast style documentary video, and also short form content, and pretty much cutting it all up and mass distribution through all the socials, right? And the idea here is to go viral worldwide organically. And during this moment, we're also going to invite iShowSpeed to do it with us, because iShowSpeed is, he's the world's biggest streamer. He loves Ronaldo. He's already kind of working with us already for a soft shout out. And obviously he tried to break a world record for the most backflips lately as well, right? So basically he is like the perfect person to work on this with us to make this go completely worldwide viral organically, right? So when I say viral, I mean like we want people to look at it on socials. We want the news press, the news stations to even like look at this whole moment. And through creating this moment, we hope to bring on Ronaldo, right? Because as you guys know, Ronaldo is rich. He is like a billionaire. So he doesn't need money. You can't actually buy him with money. And he's obviously very careful with who he actually works with. So we know that Ronaldo wants to set records. He's done it in the football world. He is, one of the most well-known person in the world. So he's set all sorts of record. And we want to do our part and help him set up the biggest record for his celebration, right? And we hope that through our initiative, he is going to be touched on a human level, because at the end of the day, we're all humans, right? Everyone's got emotions, everyone's got feelings, and we hope to touch him on that moment to get his support, right? And obviously if we get his support, then at that point, we do have a chance to become the next Dogecoin moment, right? And that is why this whole viral initiative is called the Dogecoin CHadnaldo moment. So this is actually me in the red kit, and I was in Euros with Ronaldo's brother, Hugo. And we were actually talking about, how to bring Ronaldo into Sui, right? Into CHadnaldo. But obviously that is something that I can't disclose too much, but it's something that we are working on behind the scenes. And in terms of Speed, we are already working with Speed. We've already got a soft shout out from him. And basically, at a specific time, he will be coming on as hopefully a partner. And obviously we are working with different kinds of Web2 influencers and celebs, and the best of Web3 KOLs. So going quickly into the monetization side, essentially speaking, CHadnaldo as a Web3 brand is a project that actually generates revenue. So through the Telegram game platform, we are going to generate revenue through in-game purchases. So basically when users buy for boosts or premium or items or some sort of upgrades, right? This is in-game purchases, and in-game purchases is massive, right? Just take a look at Cadison. They did about 30 million. And the point is with mobile games, in-game purchases is like the number is actually quite impressive. There's a game called Last War Survival Guide. I'm not sure if you guys seen it, but it's all over Instagram. They do about 1 to 1.5 billion a year on in-game purchases. And obviously, the most popular one being like Fortnite, they do like, 10, 20 billion dollars. As well as that, we are going to be selling ad space, right? So we're going to have ad space within our platform. And if users want to restart their character, etc., at the level that they died at, they can watch an ad. So we don't force it, but we make it very natural. And obviously the game fees. So let's just say on PvP, people are playing against each other, betting, 5 ton or something. we are actually taking a mini fee on top. In terms of this partnerships, so another good example is actually Cadison. So in Telegram game platforms, there are a part called task, and you can actually sell these tasks to different people or projects, right? And the idea is you're getting your users to actually do the task, and then you reward them with the in-game token. And Cadison is selling 1 million users for 150k USD, right? And our idea is we are going to be selling these tasks to, celebrities, KOLs, crypto projects, other Telegram games, and pretty much anyone who wants some sort of presence, because these tasks can be anything. It could be like, let's just say we do one for Crypto Pabby. We'll be like, hey, go follow Crypto Pabby on Twitter, and that's it, right? And he can probably gain like a few 100k followers in a week or so. The third is ChadFit e-commerce. So obviously we're going to be generating real product sales and real revenue. And then the Sui Club is exclusive memberships, right, on a reoccurring monthly basis. But obviously if a user don't want to go on a monthly subscription, that's not a problem. They can do a one-time purchase as well. And the Sui token is what's going to be driving the whole ecosystem, and obviously there's speculation behind it. And this is just the first part of like the entire monetization model of CHadnaldo, and there's going to be more, right? And every single bit of monetization actually goes back into the company treasury, CHadnaldo treasury, and also the Sui stakeholders for the rewards. Cool. So in terms of the team, we have taken this very differently to pretty much 99.9% of memes, right? Most memes, they have like 1 or 2 people, and they literally just make a Twitter, make a TG, make a few pieces of art, and send it. Let's go and see what happens. And then if they make money, right, they either, rug pull, or they kind of, liquidate a lot, and then they start building the project. So at CHadnaldo, I've built everything that we have today with my own money, fully bootstrapped, right? So what does that mean? We have a team of 10 full-time. We have a Telegram game platform that is pretty much exactly like Hamster Combat and Cadison with playable games, and that is almost completed. Flappy Sue is already playable. We have a whole inventory of memes and meme bank. We have an anime series. We have obviously our website. We have different kinds of partners, right? Obviously including the potentials of Tom Ventures and Tom Society. We have real made merch already of the CHadnaldo jersey. So pretty much everything that we're building today and that we've already built, and all the different partnerships, etc., have been done fully bootstrapped from my own capital, right? And I think that's really important to share with you guys, because like I'm not here just to pump it, right, and dump it, right? I'm here to build a proper Web3 brand. And to showcase that, if I was just to come to you guys today and be like, yeah, I want to build a Web3 brand, and I just have a pitch deck, no one's going to believe me. And that is why we spent months building and organizing everything before we even started raising money, which is now, right? So I want to utilize that to prove to everyone that we are here to actually carry out a vision. So in terms of the team, managing both the Web 2 side and the Web 3 side is obviously myself, JH. So I've got 8-figure Web 2 company experience in supply chain e-commerce. And we have Index running the operations. So he is very well versed with, systems, SOP, project management, etc. Pretty much the foundations of any different sector, okay? On the Web3 side, we have Clouds, Oro, and Drogo. So they come with a lot of Web3 native experience. So for example, Drogo, he used to work at Phantom blockchain, right? I'm not sure if you guys know Phantom, but Phantom's like a top 15 coin, right? And he worked at the innovation team. As well as that, last cycle, he also worked at a lot of NFT projects that sold out for millions. We have Clouds. So Cloud is a Web3 native. He is pretty much like, part of like hundreds and hundreds of communities. So he is talking to founders. He is networking with them. He's networking with the community. He is pretty much that guy that you want to be running the community because he knows exactly what the community is looking for, right? So he comes with a lot of experience on that side. And then we have Oro. So Oro is a massive degen who does a lot of CTOs. I think his most noticeable one is FWOG, right? FWOG. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. So he's in a lot of cabals and different aspects. So basically between Clouds, Oro, and Drogo, they are working on the Web3 side of marketing, socials, partnerships, and community, right? And obviously helping out with the Telegram game platform. Louis is our creative lead. So he's the guy that's built and drawn all of this beautiful memes, right? Whether it's a game or whether it's, whatever it is, right? Everything that you see on a visual basis, it's done from Louis. And to support him, we have a creative team of 3, basically Zen, Shirazi, and Rue. So Zen is in charge of the anime series. Shirazi and Rue is in charge of different aspects of design work. And leading the Telegram game platform V1.0 is Vlad. So he's done a lot of Web3 play to earn, Web3 gaming, DeFi projects, and he is heading the dev team for the V1.0. But as we close in on funding and as we get to TGE and post TGE and building out the whole Telegram game platform, we're going to bring on a lot of different dev firms and talent and pretty much have a team per initiative, right? Because we want to make sure that efficiency and also security is very important, right? So we want to make sure that there's segregation there, and that's why we're going to be building different dev teams to match our goals. Cool. So this is a quick high-level roadmap. In Q4 2024, we came up with the whole brand strategy. We built the foundation team, and we also developed the whole CHadnaldo character and began the development for the Telegram game V1, right? And right now in Q4, our first goal is to run a successful private investment round. And simultaneously running this round, we're actually building the Telegram game platform V1 and V2. So basically it's going to have a fully functional Telegram game platform similar to Hamstart, similar to Catasim, where there's mining. And then obviously there's friends, there's tasks, there's the mini games, etc. But everything that we're doing is obviously upgrading from what's already there. Everything's completely upgraded. And we're also building out our memories initiative, okay? And basically our goal here is very simple. We want to launch our platform, and then we want to acquire users, millions of them. And then from these millions of users, we want to turn them into a paying user, right? Which means CHadnaldo is going to have positive ROI, and CHadnaldo is going to have a sustainable revenue model. And obviously there's money coming in. Okay, now, once we get to millions of users, a proper Telegram game platform revenue model that's bringing positive ROI, and obviously, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers on our social channels, including Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, etc. Once we have that, our goal is to take this data, right, and pretty much utilize this data to raise bigger funding. So for example, for you guys, if you guys are getting in today at 10 to 20 million market cap, and with this data, since we have a lot more in the project and it's proven with revenue and also users, we probably raise at like 50 or 100 mil, which means everyone today here, not financial advice, but should relatively be in profit when we TGE, right? So that's the idea. And our goal is to either A, run more investment rounds to keep developing the platform, or B, take this to a tier 1 centralized exchange like Binance, OKX, or Bybit, and pretty much launch at multi-$100 million market cap. And the reason why I say multi-$100 million is because our project is not just a meme coin, it is actually MemeFi and Web3 brand. And when you categorize us along with all the top projects on Telegram, basically that is the category that we're gonna fit in. So Hamster TGE, that's 600 million market cap. I'm pretty sure Notcoin TGE at like 1 or 2 billion. Cadison TGE, I think about 600-700 million market cap. And all three of them are currently sitting still pretty well, right? Cadison sitting at 500 million, Hamster sitting at I think 3 or 400, and Notcoin sitting at around 800. So basically that is the level that we want to launch and we want to compete at. And after TGE, to give us the second wave of virality, that is when we're going to run the Dogecoin CHadnaldo moment. So looking forward into Q1 and Q2, our goal is to partner with Ronaldo's biggest fan, so I'm sure you guys know, iShowSpeed, and developing our platform V3 and V4, and keep on upgrading our platform, because our Telegram game platform is actually what's going to drive the bulk of users and the bulk of revenue. And with these users, we're going to have followers, we're going to have presence, we're going to have awareness. And moving on to Q3 2025 and onwards, our goal is number 1, to work with Ronaldo. Number 2 is to start the Sui Club V1 initiative. Number 3, ChadFit V1. Number 4, releasing our game on web and mobile. Because if we want to really hit that broad market, it can't just be on Telegram. It has to be on web and mobile base as well. And by being on web and more importantly, actually mobile base, we can actually have bigger games and way cooler games. Because on Telegram's mini app, it's quite light. So most of the games that you download can't be a few hundred megabytes, right? It's probably like 50 or 100 or under. And we also have an anime series. So we want to work with a studio like Netflix to feature our anime. And one of the side initiatives that we have is actually building a proper office in Japan, because Japan is known for anime, right? Dragon Ball Z, etc., Naruto, One Piece, and they have the best talent for content. So our idea behind Harpoon and CHadnaldo, especially for the meme side, is to have the best content, and there's no better place than hiring and finding and building a studio in Japan. And finally, to be a actual Web3 apparel brand, right, a designer one, we need some physical presence. So we want to actually build some ChadFit stores around the world, just to have that in real life experience for our fans and followers. Cool. In terms of the tokenomics for CHadnaldo, the total supply is 700 billion. The ticker is SUI. So 15% towards the private investment round, 30% for airdrop and community incentives. So this is the Telegram game platform. 2.5% for Ronaldo, 12% for the team, 12.5% for marketing and partnerships, 18% for treasury, and 10% for liquidity. So in terms of the CHadnaldo private investment round, we have around 5 for the first phase, okay? Because total is 15, but for this phase, we have around 5 to 10% available, okay? And 2.5% at 10 million valuation, 2.5% at 20 million valuation, 2.5% at 30 million valuation, and 2.5% at 40 million valuation. And our goal is probably raise around 5% and hard capping at that, which means we're going to stop the raise. The reason why we are only raising for around 5% is because we would like to use the funds raised to build, number 1, the Telegram game platform, right? Like to upgrade it to more games, better integrations, right? Number 2 is to actually acquire millions of users. Number three is to acquire, hundreds of thousands to millions of followers on all of our socials, right? And number four is actually bringing in the best talent into our company so that we can have the best games, we can have the best content, right? We can have the best marketing. So the use of funds for the first 5% is towards the Telegram game platform, marketing, and hiring the best talent, right? And we don't actually need everything raised for that. And that's why we're most likely hard capping at 5%, because once we actually upgrade and build more games in our platform and we bring millions of users, we'll have 100,000 of followers and an even bigger and stronger team, we will actually be able to raise at a much higher valuation with bigger investors and VCs, etc., to actually bring network and backing for us as well, which is very bullish for every single investor, right? So that's how we're thinking about things, right? Very different to like normal Web3 projects when they're like, yeah, let's just do a massive raise, and after that they don't know what to do with the money, right? They probably spend it, whatever. Our goal is to raise the money and utilize it, put it back in the company, and actually like build this whole vision. So this is your moment. You've seen the animals. Now it's time for a movement. We're going all in, leaving behind the days of Max Payne. It's time to set a new standard in Web3. Thank you very much.
Great stuff. Guys, if you have any questions, now is your time. Ask him anything.
Hello?
Hey, bro.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I've got a question to the game. So you said it's PvP, yes?
Yes.
Is it able to play without internet access?
That will
Can you play the...
Yeah, without internet access, it'll be very difficult.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, in our day of the world, like now, like our generation, I think most people have internet, right?
Just asking, like, if you're on a plane or something, when you go on holidays, you can play there. I meant like this.
Right. Let me quickly show you guys this. I think this is pretty cool for you to show you. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me quickly go through with you all the actual V1. So as you can see now, like right here, this is just a wireframe, right? So this is not the actual design of the platform. I think CryptoPabbly actually set in the UI design of the platform, which looks like, amazing, right? Completely different. But I just want to quickly show you. So the whole platform is going to be exactly what Hamster Combat, etc. already has. So for example, this is like the main screen, right? You have your tickets, you have your tokens, you have the mining, you have the level up, play Sue, friends, tasks, shop, play, drop. So what's level up? So in terms of the level up, when you open up, you can actually level up to different characters, and each character is going to have its own powers and also storyline and stats. And in order to level up, you have to pay with in-game tokens and also invite friends. Okay. And we have different levels of characters. For example, for CHadnaldo specifically, level 1 is Brokey Chad, level 2 is Mick Chad, level 3 is Wannabe Chad, level 4 is Degen Chad, right? So we have different levels that represents CHadnaldo, and that's very relevant to Web3. And we also have different characters that we're going to be bringing in, like, Elon Musk, Donald Pump, etc. So for Flappy Sue, you can see that when you die, we're going to have the mind game, right? This is quite popular. And basically you can win up to 10,000x, right? So let's just say you have 20 points and you want to gamble it, you can go ahead and gamble it. And we also have a second chance button where users lose, they can actually restart at the same point, but they have to watch an ad. Cool. Now, in terms of the main menu buttons, obviously, based on the UI, it's going to look amazing. We have friends, task, shop, play, and drop. So shop is the marketplace where you can actually buy items, in-game purchases, right? So items, skins, boosts, you know, energy drinks, whatever. And then for play, that is where we're gonna have different games that we're gonna have, right? Pretty much the best of Web 2, and hopefully, you know, a lot of different multiplayer games that encourages people to actually spend money. So in terms of friends, you can invite your friends and earn more tokens, right? You get a gift. And then you also get to earn 10% of your friends' tokens per day, right? So this is like an MLM model where, you know, instead of you just getting a gift one time, every friend you introduce and the more they play, the more you earn. And we have a claiming section because in a game, it's very important to drive dopamine. And when user press on claim, the whole animation of the screen will pop up and make sure that they feel a massive dopamine hit, which is going to encourage them to actually invite more friends. And here you can see that which friends are actually active. If they're not active, you can actually poke them directly on Telegram to get them back into active. And if they come back active, you get a prize and they get a prize. So for the reward, for the tasks, we're gonna have, you know, different stats. We're gonna have prize draws, daily rewards, missions, and tasks. And these tasks are gonna be internal for CHadnaldo and also external because we're gonna sell this as an actual promotion for other projects, you know, influencers, etc. So let's just say we put Crypto Pabby here and we're gonna give a reward of 1,000 tokens every time you follow Crypto Pabby. He'll probably have hundreds of thousand followers in a few weeks or less. And this is just the basic airdrop screen. So I'm sure you guys have already seen that. And we have different like initiatives that we want to do, right? So when you come into the game, right, you're gonna have the loading screen, then you're gonna have the onboarding screen for new users, and we also have something called learn and earn. So if you press on learn and earn, we're actually gonna give you updates of the game, or we can even put like another project's ads in here, or we can even put like a CHadnaldo story so you learn more about the character. And you're gonna read through information like a news. And then after you read through information, you have to answer a quiz. And if you get it correctly, then you can actually claim the tokens for doing this task. Cool. So yeah, so basically we are taking like a lot of different initiatives to actually create the whole project. Cool. Let's go ahead with more questions. And have you guys actually seen the UI? This is the actual UI. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Yeah, this is the actual, this is like the working concept. Like you guys can probably see, you know, the level of design and the concept is completely different to what you guys see today. It's going to be extremely top tier.
I've got a question.
Cool. Go ahead, bro.
You know, you said about the 2.5% at 10 mil market cap and then 2.5 at 20 mil, so on.
Yeah.
What will we sort of be entering at?
Do you mean all of the participants that we have today?
Yeah, like in the pre-sale sort of thing.
Yeah, so you guys will be in from the 10 million valuation today.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Perfect.
I've got a
wanna
question
end
too.
this
Sorry.
like today?
Oh, sorry.
Wanna end today or tomorrow, HG? You wanna give the community one more day until tomorrow or not?
Yes, of course. That's not a problem. Obviously,
Okay.
we've been able to share the vision today. And I think everyone probably needs some more time to think about it and to decide. So that's definitely fine, not a problem.
Right. Ask a question. Sorry, I cut you off.
Okay, no problem. So the coin will launch at a couple of millions, no?
The coin will launch
And
at a few hundred million, right? Is that what you said?
yes, and does it get listed instantly on bigger exchanges or somewhere?
Yeah. So our goal is to launch the coin at a couple of $100 million, right? And in order to launch at a couple of $100 million, that is why we are raising funds and then utilizing that funds to build the platform, like more games and more integrations, and obviously acquiring users and acquiring a big social following. And basically, we need to get it to a few million players. We need to get our revenue model to a few $1 million, and obviously our followers to 100,000s or millions, right? Because once we have that metric, like all of this data points of what we have, and it's proven to the market, then we will actually be the project that everyone in Web3 or even Web2 is going to be looking at, right? So that's how we can actually get a massive price speculation at a few $100 million. Also, in addition to that, we can actually take this whole metric to someone like OKX or Binance, right? Or Bybit, and actually get a really good centralized exchange listing deal. Because we come with users, we come with revenue, we come as a proper project, and that is when they're actually willing to work with us, right? So that is the goal. Couple $100 million market cap, and also having tier 1 sex listing at TGE.
Thank you.
Cool. Anyone got other questions?
Yeah, I got
Maybe.
one.
Let's ask.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask. So when would the pre-sale start, and from the date of the pre-sale, when would the coin actually go live?
Yeah. So this isn't a normal pre-sale. This is actually a private sale, right? The private sale has actually started around a week and a bit ago, right? So it's already started, and I actually met Crypto Pabby at a private event in real life. So that's how we actually became friends, and that's how how we're working together. And he's also a private investor into CHadnaldo, right? So NFA. So basically, it's already started. It's on right now. You can participate in it. If you don't have the information to participate, we can send you that information. And in terms of launch, we're looking at somewhere in late Q4 to the early January 2025. So the date of launch for the TGE, like the actual token TGE, is going to be dependent on our traction, right? So our user base, our platform, our traction, and obviously number 2 will be market conditions, because we can't launch in a bad market, right? And number 3 is because our goal is to list at multi-$100 million and also on a centralized exchange, like finalizing that deal will take a bit of time, right? So we need to first get the data, give it to them, then we strike a deal, and then after we strike a deal, then we actually schedule in a date to actually do a TGE. But there's also a lot of marketing in between to build the hype. So that's why the timeline is around that time. Cool. Does that answer your question? Cool. Anyone else got other questions?
You didn't hear that, bro?
Sorry?
You didn't hear his question?
No, I didn't.
He asked how much you already raised in the private sale until now.
We've raised around 6 figures.
It's nice. Any question, guys?
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand, like we're not doing like a pre-sale, right? Like a public one, like right now. This is just a private investment round. Obviously, with like people within my network, okay, and like this is very different to a few months ago when there was like a pre-sale matter when people were like, hey, we're launching this is the wallet, minimum 1 SOL, max 200 SOL. This is completely different to that, okay? This is like a proper Web3 brand, and we're building it bit by bit, with things already built and actual investors on board. So yeah, that's that. Any other questions?
I think they're speechless, bro.
Yeah, not a question. I just want to go.
Yeah. I think he had a question, right? But he cut out. Alex, are you there, bro?
I was just going to say thanks, mate. That was good to hear all that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hope that you enjoyed it. Because the fact that I am building myself in Web3 and becoming a founder and actually have a quite ambitious vision is I want to make sure that people in Web3 today can actually see something different in us, right? Because if Web3 continues being what it is, with all of these founders literally just rugging and stuff like that, it's never going to grow, right? And I think every single Web3 project is looking for fresh liquidity, aka Web2 users, right? And that's what we are positioning to be and want to do. Obviously, it's going to be very challenging, but I do believe, a really important part of what we do at CHadnaldo versus other projects is that we run CHadnaldo like a company, right? We run CHadnaldo like a company, and being a company, that's how it's going to get things done. And that is how it's going to achieve goals, right? All of this CTO, decentralized, all of this, they're great. It's amazing, right? It's brilliant. But if you want to be at like a Dogecoin level, then it's very, very difficult. Like it comes down to luck. So we kind of like, we don't want everything to come down to luck. We want to put in the hard work. And obviously, the more work you put in, the luckier you get, right? We really want to push this to like a whole nother level. Yeah.
I hope we can put TCAT somewhere in there.
Yeah, bro. I think TCAT, you guys are like doing great, right? I think the biggest problem today, with Ton actually, is there's not much volume. Ton doesn't have much
Not
volume.
really.
Right. So
if CHadnaldo goes well, like this is also good for TCAT. You might bring volume to top.
yeah, bro, like we need to figure out a way to bring volume. Like and people follow volume. That's what is all the traders, you know what I mean?
So I arrived a little bit late. So is this kind of like a tap to earn game, or is it fast, or is it different from the tap to earn games?
Yeah, Crypto Neptune, that's a really good question. So I think to answer your question, I don't like tap to earn games, right? So tap to earn games is like the first generation of Telegram mini app games. So at CHadnaldo, we're building a Telegram game platform, and within this platform, it is going to have the best Web2 games rebuilt into Web3. So, Angry Birds, Flappy Birds, all of that. We've already built Flappy Birds and we call it Flappy Sue. It's fully playable. I'm going to drop the link into the group chat so that you guys can all check it out, right? And basically the idea is the best Web2 games in Web3, add on PvP, add on multiplayer, add on wagering, and pretty much building games to a point where users want to spend money on the game. And through that, we will have a proper revenue model for the Telegram game platform. And it's kind of piggybacking off, what Cadison has already succeeded in, which is driving around $30 million in revenue for game fees in around 3 to 4 months. Cool. Does that answer your question, bro?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that gives me a better visual. And is there like a minimum investment, or because I didn't hear that part either?
Yeah. I think the minimum crypto Pappy that you told the community was, I think, 200, right?
Yeah, 40 ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I can drop like Google Sheet and everything here and the address, and they can sign Google Sheet and then send the funds.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You want to do it like that?
Yeah, that's perfect. Hey, I'm trying to drop a comment in the group, but I can't. Oh, here we go.
Wait, I'll get you admin.
Oh, actually, yeah, because you guys can actually go onto the group and play the game. It is the. Hey, Pappy, do you want to write like an? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, now you're admin.
Yeah, perfect. CHadnaldo Telegram game platform. Yeah, I think you guys can go check it out the game. It's the Flappy Bird but Flappy Sue. And this is just the playable MVP, right? There's going to be like a lot of upgrades that we're making it. You know, characters, the DJ and gambling at the end, dynamic backgrounds, etc. Cool. Any other questions?
It didn't?
Hey JH, how you doing?
Hey, how you going?
Hey, Crico.
I'm good, man. Thanks for asking.
Thank you guys for the the presentation. I'm loving what I'm hearing so far. Just quick question about wallet integration. I don't know if you went over this, but what wallets are going to be supported?
In the Telegram game platform, right?
Yes.
Yep. So basically, this is how it's going to work. There's 3 different integrations. The first one is actually with Telegram, which is through the stars. Okay. The second is the Ton wallet, right? So obviously through that Ton wallet, it's going to be, Ton or Ton USDT transactions. And then the third is called Aeon. So Aeon is actually a payment integration software, like really massive company, and they're integrating into Telegram, and through that you can pay in USDT, USDC, Solana, BNB, Ton, pretty much like the main big caps. You can pay in that. So 3 different integrations. But right now we are building the first 2, which is the Telegram stars and also Telegram wallet, which is Tom wallet, Tom keeper, that kind of stuff. And that is going to be done in like a day or 2. Like we've already started building.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. Glad I can help. Cool. Are there any other questions? I see that there's like 39 people in here. I think someone's got some questions, right?
You answered every question. I had so many. I had like 8 written all, but yeah, you answered every.
Really? Okay, I'm pretty surprised.
I mean, like, question was, what do you do about cheaters? And then you said we're launching about it 100 million market cap. So yeah, it explained everything.
Yeah, the thing is like the investment round also so small that only like a few people have like this opportunity.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty cool that Crypto Pabby and I like met at a VIP event. And because we met in this VIP event and because he is a very like switched on guy, right? He's like, man, this is going to be perfect. Like, well, first of all, he's super bullish himself. That's why he invested, like 5-figure plus. And then he believes it's also a massive opportunity for his community, right? Because there's not many projects that you see today, especially in the meme sector, where there is an actual founder, fully doxed, jumping on a group call with everyone, sharing the vision. That's the first thing. The second is most founders just say, right? But me, I am not only sharing the vision, I can show you everything that we're doing, right? I can show you everything that we're doing, everything that we've done. I can show you playable games, playable demos, all of this stuff. And obviously that takes time and money to build. And third is that he knows that this is a project that you can actually enter with size. Because I know that in crypto, especially through meme trading, it's very dangerous to enter into positions with size simply because you don't know when they're going to rug. You don't know what's going to happen, right? But obviously on our side, not financial advice, but the goal is to become a legitimate Web3 brand, a legitimate project with proper vision, right? Like my goal is not just to make money. Like I'm not like the other developers, right? My goal is to actually build reputation. So through building a reputation in Web3, and if I can actually onboard millions of Web2 users, then through that reputation, that's gonna, for me, open unlimited business opportunities and networking doors, right? And through those doors, I can make millions, 100 millions, maybe one day even billions. So for me, CHadnaldo is like the starting foundation. It's like the starting block number one, right? And by making CHadnaldo successful, then I'll be successful in all the different areas, right, later on. So that's really my vision. But obviously for CHadnaldo, my goal is to make this successful. Without that being successful, there wouldn't be anything else. And if CHadnaldo is successful, then that means, the standard is that we're all gonna make money, right? We're all gonna make money because at the end of the day, money is just a byproduct of good value. So as long as we're providing good value to the market through a game platform, really good meme, really good marketing, all of that, then everything will follow through. That's the way I see it, right? Because, I come from like Web2 marketing, Web2 e-commerce, Web2 supply chain. So I know like Web2 people just don't find Web3 things funny. So you can't just go with the funny angle, right? You have to go with an angle that can actually make them want to ape in with money because they know that it's going to make more money, right? And that has to be like, I know that a lot of people say, memes are just memes. It's not supposed to have utility and this, that. But bro, that's like the BlackBerry stage of memes. We're now evolving to the iPhone level, the iPhone stage. And just like with any business, with any sector, like in the history of mankind, even like countries, if you don't adapt, you will die because the market will never wait for you to adapt. So with CHadnaldo, we're not adapting to what's happening in the market. We're thinking 10, 20, 100 steps forward. So when the market moves in that direction, we are already positioned to be the number one. Like that's the whole concept about what we're doing, right? Obviously, yeah, it's super ambitious, but at the end of the day, like I didn't come into Web3 because I just want to do a meme. That's not my goal. My goal is like, okay, how can I work out this secret sauce and onboard 10% of the world into Web3? And CHadnaldo is like our first flagship product. And I'm not sure if Pabby shared this with you, but basically my Web3 company is called Harpoon Web3. And we will be launching different initiatives in the future after CHadnaldo. So when CHadnaldo TGE is successful, we will then obviously utilize that reputation to launch different initiatives and projects, etc. One of the things we want to do is actually the Upwork of Web3. I'm not sure if you guys know Upwork. Maybe you guys know Fiverr, right? So Upwork/Fiverr of Web3. So all of these different initiatives we want to do. And if you guys actually join us and participate us to support us on this vision, we will also give you guys opportunity to join us in our next initiatives. Because once we are successful with CHadnaldo, the next initiatives is going to have people lining up, right, to actually want to fund us and lining up to actually want to support us. And if you guys obviously support us and come with us from day one, we'll also look after you moving forward, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about who believes in you from day one, right? It's not about like getting to like day 100 when you're successful already and everyone's trying to get a part of you. No, it's all about, you know, what we're doing in day one. If you guys have any like questions or you want to know what I'm thinking, right? Anything, right? You guys can literally ask me like right now. Like I'll pretty much answer anything as long as it's like, you know, okay to disclose.
Hey, real quick, I'm not sure if you guys went over this already, but did you talk about the lockup period or the vesting schedule?
Oh, we did not. Great question.
Yeah, vesting's very
The
simple.
vesting.
Yeah, vesting's very simple. So for the private round, 10% will be unlocked at TGE, and then 10% every single week for 9 weeks.
Normally you have month, like normally you have the same vesting, but in terms of months.
Yeah, normally in private rounds for projects, they have like a 6-month cliff, which means there's like 6 months on hold. And then after the 6 months, they have like a 12-month vest and probably like per month. So our total is 9 weeks, or 10 weeks actually.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Great, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, and the reason why we have vests for the private round is because, well, number one, we want to make sure that people understand the vision, right? And that there's a lot of things that we're building to make the price go higher, right? You know, through, you know, bullish speculation. And the second is we're like preventing the dump. Like we don't want to do a private round and everyone's dumping at TGE, right? We don't want that. So we're kind of preventing that, right? So obviously there are different aspects that we've inputted into the project to actually protect everyone, and most importantly, the team and the investors.
Great stuff.
Cool. Pavi, do you have any questions for me?
Hey, I already asked you so many things.
Yeah.
But maybe tell them about the partnerships. Like, I don't know if I can disclose, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So I think everyone here is a big believer of the Ton chain, right? So I think the most important news or announcement I could give you guys is that we are currently in deep discussions with the Ton Society founders, which is Jack and Ekin. So Jack was the ex-CMO of Ton Foundation as well. And obviously Ton Society is an initiative within, and that's fully affiliated with, you know, Ton Foundation. And basically, they've also made a intro to us with Ton Ventures for the investment side. So basically, in terms of Ton Foundation, Ton Society, and Ton Ventures, you know, we are a project that they are in deep discussions with. Basically, I met Jack and Ekin in Token 2049 at a private dinner, and we spoke a lot about CHadnaldo. And at the point when we spoke about it, they loved the idea. And then once we came back from Singapore and we connected, that's when they shared with me, you know, pretty much in short, Jack was saying to me, if we execute this properly, CHadnaldo has a potential that can be bigger than Hamster Combat. And Hamster Combat TGE'd at 600 million market cap, right? And after that, imagine like Jack saying this to you. So like a guy that's like top tier on the Ton chain is saying to you that CHadnaldo could be bigger than Hamster. That for me was massive. It's a massive acknowledgement. And then he was actually introducing us to different people, etc., on the fact that CHadnaldo is like a flagship meme of Ton. Like that's how he was introducing us, like word for word. So knowing like this and having this information, and obviously in deep talks is extremely bullish, right? Basically through Ton Ventures, we'll most likely get investment. Through Ton Society, it's going to be project legitimacy, marketing, users, and obviously the community, and being part of like a proper foundation back project. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can actually disclose at this point regarding like that major partnership. Obviously with other partnerships, we're working with Speed, we're working on a talk with Ronaldo's brother. Like the idea is working out a deal with him, potentially getting in front of his son, Ronaldo Jr., and giving him like a CHadnaldo jersey. So like imagine Ronaldo's son is just, wearing a CHadnaldo jersey, he's walking around at home, then his dad, Ronaldo's like, what the hell is that? What's a CHadnaldo, right? So we want to use different indirect ways to actually market our project, right? Market to the right person, which is Ronaldo. And then in terms of other partnerships, because we are very well networked, we can pretty much get whichever Web3 KOLs we want, right? Because at the end of the day, just being really direct, as long as the project is decent and you guys are willing to give money, these KOLs will work for like to do whatever pretty much you say, right? Pretty much like 99% of them. And obviously for us, we are going to be a top tier project with millions of users. So these KOLs would naturally want to work with us. And obviously we're going to save a lot of money versus, being a nobody and trying to pay them. And then on the Web2 side, I'm very deep into like virality marketing for e-commerce. So I'm very aligned with influencers and celebrities, and obviously all sorts of like marketing strategies and concepts and content concepts, etc. So we're going to be working like very hard on that front as well, to get the right people on board for the marketing side and for partnerships, right? And then we're also currently in talks with DWF Labs. So they are like the biggest market maker, like bigger than Gotbit, right? Obviously Gotbit got caught, but DWF Labs is like really legit. Basically we're in talks with them to become our market maker partner for obviously TGE, and to make sure that our chart, our price, our project is well protected, market made with good volume and everything. Legally, right? Not financial advice, but legally. Gotta be very careful, man. Like Gotbit got caught, but that's because like, I don't know, there's a lot behind that, right? But anyway, our goal is, to become a legal, proper project.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I hope you can like understand me a little bit. Why I put in like 1,950 ton in this. Feeling pretty bullish about it. And yeah, you can also see him talking to Luke Belmar. You're pretty good at marketing. It's crazy.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I'm very, very thankful to obviously have this opportunity, to have met you, right? And obviously to have the opportunity to speak to everyone in your group, because obviously this is very important for you and your reputation. So I'm really glad to have this chance to share the vision of CHadnaldo, because at the end of the day, for us to actually take our vision to where it wants to be, we need hundreds, if not millions, of people worldwide to support us, right? So yeah, I'm really thankful for the support, bro. Like a day one support.
We're so early, guys. It's the first round ever, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I hope you kind of get it what this kind of chance is, and why I'm like offering you guys like this opportunity, because I really truly believe in it. So
Awesome, brother. But yeah, like we are, you know, in crypto, you know what they say, right? Being early is the key. Like right now, we're like early AF.
we are.
Yeah. Because after this period, like we're going to be launching the V1.00 platform soon, and then obviously the user acquisition of like users will begin. Our first target is obviously like 1 million users, right? But the main goal really is from 1 million users, how many of them can become a paying user? Because that's what's important, right? And for Cadison, their conversion rate is 2.5%. Right, so out of
It's low. It's kind of low.
it's kind of low, right? It's kind of low. So our goal is obviously optimizing that. You know, how do we get a higher conversion rate? How do we make sure our games are fun? Because if it's fun and competitive and it's multiplayer and people want to, you know, flex or want to level up, then they're willing to pay, right? So we're taking that into account. Like we don't want to just be like, oh, if you pay, you might get a bigger airdrop. You know, that's too standard. So we definitely want to like upgrade things on top.
Nice.
Perfect, bro. Well, yeah, if there's no other questions, then I think this is pretty much it today. What do you think?
Yeah, bro. It's been almost 2 hours, bro. Time flew so fast. What the hell? You gotta be tired.
I'm okay. Cool. All right, bro.
Yeah. All right. Let's close this down.
Cool.
Thanks for the time you took.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
guys.
much.
Appreciate everything.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Cheers, you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
If you have any questions, I'm in the chat the whole evening. So just put it in here. I can answer like 99% of the questions. So yeah.
Thank you, baby.
bro.
All right, I'm gonna jump
Yes.
off now.